Hi, hello. Good morning. Have a good Friday. I think that we can start in 1 minute. My name is Ursula and I'm from Funding Box. We are one of the partners of StairwAI project responsible for the open calls and FSTP management. And today we would like to give you some final tips before the open call deadline, which is approaching soon in 11 days from now. So yeah, let me just say that the session will be recorded, so you will receive a link after the end of the presentation to the record, so you can come back and revise the content. And if you will have any question, we will answer it later after our webinar. We would like to invite you to join our AI community, where we will be there. I will be there with my colleagues to help you to answer all your doubts, questions, and provide you all necessary support. So I think that we can start. I don't know if my slide one. Yes, my slides are moving. So today I would like to give you a short overview of the open call. We had a different webinar about all details of the open call, so you can find them on our webpage. Then I would like to answer all the most frequently asked questions that we received so far. Then I would like to give you some tips how to prepare a good application, and then we will have a session of question and answer. Okay, so a short introduction. What is StairwAI? StairwAI is one of EU project related to AI for You platform. And the goal is to engage low-tech users with AI for You platform and with base services. And also under StairwAI project, partner will be working on develop services that support engagement and cooperation with the platform. And both service layers are multilingual interaction layer, horizontal matchmaking services, and vertical matchmaking services. In brief, in this open call, we would like to select 14 low-tech SME. Each of them will get 60K euro to do a feasibility assessment and pilot for the adoption of AI. So you as applicants should here focus on addressing one of our challenges and using AI tools and resources that will be available on the platform. And then when you will be selected, you will enter a 6-month support program divided by 2 stages. First stage, feasibility study, is to define together with technical and business mentor the feasibility plan for the adoption of AI by your company. And then during stage 2, you will receive support also from AI developers, experts, HPC providers, and also mentors to develop the pilot that you define during stage 1 and perform a market analysis. Who we are looking for? In this open call, we are looking for low-tech SME, and company should be already registered and should be established in one of the EU member state countries or overseas territories, or should come from associate country and also from United Kingdom. Probably you are wondering what is low-tech SME, so how we were going to define it. In this project, the low-tech SME, we are considering company that are low-tech in AI domain. So we will check your AI readiness index. We develop our methodology based on the methodology prepared by AI Singapore. We adjusted a bit to the project. And in the application form, you will need to answer 6 questions, and based on your answer, we will assess what's your AI maturity level, if we can classify you as low-tech or not. Here is the matrix of the different AI readiness level. So basically, if you will be classified as AI unaware or AI aware, then you are eligible to receive funding. So don't worry if you are not very prepared, if you are AI beginner, this call is for you. What we are offering, financial support, I guess that this is very important, 60K divided between two different type of funding. So lump sum up to 26,000 euro and vouchers up to 34,000 euro per each entity. We're also offering business and technical support. All of you will have your own business and technical mentor who will guide you through all the process, who will be your contact point and who support you during stage 1, during drafting your feasibility plan, and also during pilot implementation. Also, you will receive access to AI tools and resources. This means that you will receive vouchers, and you can use those vouchers to pay for AI experts. It could be like AI developers, AI suppliers, and also to HPC providers to get access to HPC resources. And these resources will be available during stage 2, during your pilot implementation. What type of project we would like to found? Phase-out project is a use case of adoption of AI by low-tech SME. This means that, for example, you can have a technology that is quite advanced, but you have never used the AI and you would like to start using AI due to participation in this project. What's also important, your project should address one of StairwAI challenges. We define 9 challenges. Detailed description you will find in Guide for Applicants, but here I would just remind you what type of challenges we have. So rethinking and visibility of supply chain, human resources, management of data generated by the Internet of Things, predictive maintenance, zero defect manufacturing, environmental issues, cybersecurity, logistics, and chatbot. And be aware that those challenges are quite broad, and the description is like maybe not very detailed, but it was on point, because we would like to keep the door open for any solution, any project that have something in common with our challenges. So please treat the challenges like area of our interest. And then I would like to give you a bit details about how the support program will look like. So it's divided by 2 stages, stage 1 and stage 2. And stage 1, as you can see, you will receive support from business mentor, technical mentor to prepare a feasibility plan for the adoption of AI. And then before entering the stage 2, you will go through the matchmaking process. So we will be using tools developed by StairwAI Consortium to do some matchmaking between you and AI experts and HPC providers. Based on goal and scope of your project, and based on resources, knowledge, competence of experts, developers that we collected and that we validated before. Then during stage 2, you will be cooperated with mentors, technical and business, and with those AI experts or HPC providers suggested to cooperate via matchmaking process. How to apply? You should submit your application through our online application form that is available under the link displayed here, and also on the main open call website. You should log in to our platform, then find the button apply, start application, try to fill in all necessary fields, and then submit application. You can do it before the deadline, and you can come back to your application and edit it, provide extra information before the deadline as many times as possible. Okay, so now the core part of our presentation today, it's answer to most common questions that we received so far. First is, can I submit a proposal that addresses more than one challenges? Can I submit a proposal that is not related to any StairwAI challenges? So you should have a proposal that addresses somehow one of our challenges. In the project section in our application, you will see the list of challenges, so you should pick one that is most connected with your project. And if your project addresses more than one challenge, please provide those information in a description box below. You can also here explain how your project is related to one of the challenges marked before. And this is not possible to submit a project but addressing something totally different from 9 challenges listed here. So you cannot define your own challenge. You need to fit somehow to those 9 challenges displayed on the screen. Next common question is, what is voucher and how it works in practice? So as I mentioned, in StairwAI, you will receive vouchers to pay for services offered by HPC providers and AI experts. For HPC providers, you can spend up to 10,000 euro, and for AI experts, mentors, system integrators, developers, you can spend up to 24,000 euro. And how it works? You will pay for the services based on agreement that will be signed between you and selected voucher providers. So it's on you to take care of agreement and to decide with whom you would like to cooperate with. And you can use a voucher only to pay for services that will be delivered by providers validated by StairwAI. We have a list of validated, we will have published there's a list of validated providers in mid-March. We are running at the same time 2 calls to collect the AI experts and HPC providers, and you can cooperate with any of the person or entities included on those 2 lists. How the matchmaking will be done? As I mentioned, there will be matchmaking process between you and HPC providers and AI experts, and our platform or our tool will try to do automatic matchmaking. This means that you will receive a list of suggested HPC providers and AI experts that matched with your project, with your profiles, with your needs. And of course, you can make a decision by yourself if you would like to cooperate with those providers proposed by matchmaking tools, or you would like to select any of the company, any of AI experts from list of validated providers by yourself. So matchmaking, you can treat like kind of smart search. So we will do for you smart search, suggesting you the HPC providers or AI experts that fits you the most. But it's up to you with whom you will be cooperated later. Yes, and the next question is connected a bit with what I said before. Can I select the AI experts that I will be working with by myself? Yes, you can do it. You can select AI experts and HPC provider that you will be working during stage 2 of our support program. but the only requirements that these experts and HPC providers are validated by StairwAI consortium. If you know somebody already who think that will be a good support for you, please let them know that before cooperation, he or she need to be validated via our call for AI experts. It's called AI Talents, and HPC, or for HPC providers, we need to go for validation through separate expression of interest call. And the list of validated providers will be available soon. This call for or this process of validation is continuously open, and we will be publishing results mid-March, and then in mid-May and mid-July as well. So the list will be extended during the project lifetime. Can I work with a developer that I already know from the past cooperation? Yes, you can work with these developers as voucher providers during stage 2 of a support program. If this developer is validated by StairwAI, is validated voucher providers, and there is no conflict of interest between you and those voucher providers. So there is no formal links or personal links between you and those providers. The next frequently asked question is, what is the AI4U platform and how it's connected to StairwAI project? So StairwAI project can be accessed by AI4Europe.com webpage, and this is a platform that acts as one-stop shop for anyone looking for AI knowledge, technology, services, resources, tools, and so on. And this platform was developed by a huge consortium, European consortium, and received a funding from European Commission. And now European Commission try to enlarge this platform and make it live, and that's why StairwAI is working for development new services that enrich a service layer of this platform. And during the support program, we will be testing this one of the tool, which is a matchmaking tool. On AI4U platform, you can also search for AI resources that are available to use by anyone. Under research section, you will find AI catalog, and you can browse this catalog and check free resources and start to use them if you found it necessary. So, as I mentioned, relation between StairwAI and AI4U platform is that StairwAI is working for new service layers that contribute to the AI4U platform, and StairwAI is focusing on facilitating the access to the platform by low-tech end users. So we are developing multilingual interaction layer, horizontal matchmaking services, and vertical matchmaking services. So semi-selected within the open call will be testing both services, especially matchmaking with AI experts and AI resources that can support pilot implementation. Next question that we receive quite often is how we can use the grant we will receive. So the basic rule for our FSTP, financial support to third parties, are that costs are eligible as long as they are related to the execution of your project. Costs must occur during support program duration, so during 6-month support program period, and must be detailed in the budget. The budget will be requested during the stage 1 of a support program, when you will be working with your mentor to prepare individual mentoring plan. And then you will be asked to list it the costs that you think are related to project implementation. What can be covered? What type of cost can be covered under the lump sum, under the grant that you receive? So personal costs, it means that here we understand involvement of employees in the StairwAI project, execution, purchase of goods and services. As a voucher, you can pay for HPC cloud providers and AI expert services, but you can also pay for different services that will be necessary to perform your project. And also travel costs and subcontracting costs can be covered by the grant. Financial support that you receive is up to 60,000 euro, and as a lump sum you will receive 26,000 euro, and as a voucher up to 34,000 euro. And this voucher will include a voucher to cover AI expert services, 24,000 euro maximum, and to cover HPC providers, 10,000 euro maximum. And for example, if you would like to spend more for the voucher, there's no possibility to move your grant from one category to another. So from voucher to fixed lump sum, we couldn't move the cost. So under lump sum, you can only receive up to 26,000 euro, and under voucher mechanism under 34,000 euro. How many applications can I submit? So basically, you can submit only one proposal. So only one proposal submitted by you will be eligible. It means that if you submit more than one proposal, then only the last edited proposal that was submitted will be evaluated. So no point on multiplying your applications. Now I would like to tell you a bit how to prepare a good proposal that will receive funding. So before applying, you should check if you are SME, because our call is only open to SME. So check your status. Then you should check if you can be considered as a low-tech company. So meaning that you can operate on high-tech market, but you do not have any experience with AI. You should be aware that your project should have some kind of European dimension. This means that should benefit for a world European Union society or economy. So shouldn't benefit only you, but should have something, some extra value for European Union. Please check the open call dates. So you should submit your application before the deadline is 15th of March at 1 o'clock. So please also make sure that you submit before 1 o'clock to not miss this opportunity. Check challenges and try to address at least one challenge in your proposal. Please make sure that you don't have any conflict of interest with StairwAI consortium partners. Check your finance situation. It means that we don't accept companies that are under liquidation or are in difficulties. And also make sure that you have IP rights. So projects should be based on your original work, or if you would like to use some work of other person, you should have right to this. So some kind of license, agreement, etc. When preparing the application and filling the online application form, please pay attention to the section that will be evaluated by external experts. Here I've marked 3 sections: section 5, excellent, 6, impact, and 7, implementation. Those sections correspond to evaluation criteria. So excellence. Under excellence, we will evaluate, or experts, external experts will evaluate your ambition, your goal, how innovative is your project, taking into account solutions already existing on the market, and what's your approach to solving the challenge, and if your solution can be scaled or just only fit to small amount of market niche. So try to focus here also on providing information about scalability. Then under impact section, make sure that you include information about the market and compare your solution to solutions already existing on the market. Also provide information if your project will impact building a new workplace, and if it supports your productivity. So for example, make that you or your clients will reduce the costs, improve quality, and so on. Under implementation section, we will ask you to provide information about your team. So your team should be balanced, also taking into account gender, and it should have ability to implement the project. This means like knowledge, management skills, and all necessary skills that will be needed during project implementation. And under resources, we are checking if you have any other resources that may be useful, meaning like here license, some infrastructure that you would like to need, for example, to test your solution, or any other important things that will be necessary to successfully implement the project. When you will be drafting an application, please make sure to provide as many details as possible. Please avoid general statements. Try to use the characters that are limited under each section, as smart as possible. And the final tips for you before you start your application is be aware that good application requires time, so do not wait until the very last moment to start your application. Remember about European dimension of your project. Remember that innovation is a key. We are looking for innovative solution. Make sure that your project will be outstanding and shining. Follow the evaluation criteria. So check what will be scored before you draft your application. Make sure that you address all necessary things in your proposal. Build your team. Remember about gender balance, of course, and try to be convincing. So numbers, evidences, and all these things are really appreciated by evaluators. If you need any help, if you need to check your doubts, you can go through the document that we have on our Open Call website under the links displayed on the screen. You can also approach us directly, emailing us at info.stairway@foundingbox.com. And if you still, after this webinar, have a question, would like to discuss the details of your proposal and doubts, we would like to invite you to join our community, AI community. You can see the link here on it, and also will be pasted by my colleague Laura in the chat. I don't know if she already did it. I hope so. And we will be here until 3 o'clock today, answering your question, discussing with you, chatting. So make sure that you join us there if you would like to learn more about StairwAI. So let me open the session. Thank you so much for your time here, and we are welcome to have a chat with you on AI community. Thank you so much, and wish you a nice afternoon.